What is up, guys? Rick Kakis here. Thank you so much for joining me, and today we are going to be showcasing the guide for how to complete the secret Void configuration puzzle, as well as likely the Solar and Arc configuration puzzles within the brand new 0-hour mission. Doing so will help you complete your exotic catalyst for the Outbreak Perfected exotic pulse rifle several weeks earlier than you otherwise would. Now, I'm sorry for being a bit late with this info, but yesterday me and the wife went to see some puppies. Look at this chonk. Look at this little chonk right here. If this doesn't deserve a like, I don't know what does. Anyways, moving on from there. How do you begin this? Well, you're going to have completed the heroic difficulty of the 0-hour mission. Once you do that, then you can go back into that heroic 0-hour and start this puzzle. So, the first thing you're going to need to do is pick up the initial quest item and then 3 more keycards. Now, this initial quest item is in this area right here. After you clear out all the ads, head to the back left corner, and as you can see, you can just interact with it to pick it up. Moving on from there, again, we're searching for 3 separate keycards. The first keycard, the blue keycard, is located after you've killed all the enemies. You jump past that open large area with the ship, you go through the vents, and as you can see in this room here, you kind of stop, turn around, and there's a little way you can squeeze through. There's a vent you have to shoot to get through, and then at the very end of that vent, you will see the keycard. Now, moving on from there, you're going to continue as normal until you get to the room that has the 2 pipes that lead to the outside of the wall. If you're standing on the outside of the wall, you've gone too far. So in this room, yet again, you're going to have to stop, turn around, and there's another secret passage leading through a little bit of some vents to the next green keycard. Now, moving on from there, you're going to make your way all the way around the outside of the wall into the first room. And normally, you would slide down a big incline and jump at the end, but instead, you're going to not go there. In fact, go to the opposite side of this room, around a corner, and boom, we have the last red keycard. From here, you're going to continue going through the heroic 0-hour as normal until you reach the Cryptarch Vault. This is the area where you can see the cutout glass from where the Outbreak Perfected was stolen just before the boss fight. Now, you will not need to do the boss fight to do this puzzle. You can do everything in this final room, so the key here is getting to this room as quickly as possible to have as much time as possible to complete the next challenge. And that next challenge is to correctly enter 49 different inputs. So, how the heck do you do that? Well, the layout of this Cryptarch Vault is as such. There's 3 different consoles. These consoles are going to give you essentially the code, the clue needed to enter a certain input in all these different rooms. And you can see the layout of these rooms as well right here. They have a lot of different colors. On the left side, there's the red room, the yellow room, the white room, and the green room. On the right side, there's the cyan room, the blue room, and the purple room. Now, inside of all of these different colored rooms is the exact same layout shown here, with 7 different inputs, essentially 7 different locations you can activate. So what you need to do is to read the numbers on the console and then figure out which color of room to go in and also which number to go and activate. So, how do you read the console? Well, it has 2 different circles shown here, and there's essentially 12 different numbers on each circle. And here is the layout of those numbers. So starting on the right side, we have number 1 all the way around to number 12. Essentially, it's a clock. And what you do is you read this clock, the left side first and then the right side, and that is a code that's used to figure out where you're supposed to go. Now, how do you figure that out? Well, here is an image of the community-made chart you can use, and that is linked in the description down below to the original source. So, here is an example of that happening. The numbers displayed right here are 10, 3. 10 on the left, 3 on the right. That lines up, as you can see with the chart, as green room 4. So I go into green room, input 4, and activate it. Boom, it glows green. That's good. I've done that correctly. And that's really all there is to it. Looking at the numbers from console 1, looking at the chart, matching them up, and going to that correct input and activating it. However, sometimes, about 10 times out of 49, you will need to involve another console other than console 1 to get a code, and that's because there are some duplicate numbers. For example, white 1, console 1 is 1, 1, but also red 2, console 1 is 1, 1. So you're going to need to use console 3, for example, in this chart to figure it out. However, if you don't want to use this chart, that's totally fine. There's another resource you can use. This was created by, again, the community. It's linked in the description down below, and it lets you enter the console 1 left side, and then right side, and then the console 3 left side. You input those 3 values, and you can select the configuration 2, and it'll tell you exactly where you need to go. And that is really the easiest solution. Have people standing firstly on console 1, then on console 3, reading out the numbers, someone inputs them, and then whoever's closest runs to that room and activates the correct numbered input. The main thing here is just being able to read the numbers correctly, being able to look and read them in a short amount of time, because again, this whole thing is timed. Every time you do enter a correct input, however, the time will increase. So you just need to do it pretty fast. And that's all there is to it. Enter all 49 inputs correctly, and then you will receive a ship blueprint that requires you to do the other configurations for arc and solar burn. Again, you're going to be doing basically this exact same thing, and you're going to get more progress again towards your exotic catalyst. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, found it informative, and if you did, please remember to help me out by simply liking and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you guys want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That's linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.